Timegasm, Concussed by the Bust. He sent me this, as I previously mentioned, because I was feeling a little under the weather and he wanted to cheer me up. So thank you, Stephen. I'm here joined by my lovely friends. They are going to heckle me. It's not a matter of how will I crack, it's how many times will I crack. So ladies, get ready with your wine and here we go. If there was ever a chance for frivolous romance, she was there. Known as Peggy, for how often she'd been stuck by her numerous suitors, she prided herself by the notches on her bedpost, which presently resembled timber chewed upon by a ravenous beaver. Tall, but not intimidating, she delighted herself on her hourglass figure, 48, 28, 32. She was often invited to dances and was showered with accolades for simply falling and trying to stand again. Her skin was ivory and pale, exuding her rather boisterous boudiere, which presently was exposed once more to the elements as the carpenter nailed her from behind. "Mount me like a mantle and hammer harder," she urged her companion, shoving back to meet each of his thrusts, their bodies slapping together like slabs of beef thrown about by the butcher.
So not sexy.
Drill me like a 2x4, nail me like a jackhammer, screw into my glory hole like that pneumatic tool thingy. Suddenly seizing, he announced his batter blast with a roar. "Yes," she screamed, herself on the verge, "fill me with your penile putty," and with a splurt and a splurt, he sealed her hole with his cocking. Oh my gosh.
Jenny got you. These are words I use.
No. To be clear, these aren't words we use in this context. Because we have sealed plenty of holes, just not in that context.
As her insides accepted her lover's gelatinous glue, the pressure became too much. Bursting from her bodice, her bowling ball-sized bazongas billowed in the breeze, while her thighs vibrated under the throes of her passion, sounding like the humming of overhead electrical wires, while other parts of anatomy popped audibly in her moment of pleasure. Sighing and post-pounding pleasure, Peggy prostrated her person parallel to the picnic table she had been purchased against. I got that out okay. Proud of myself. With a concluding grunt, her lover collapsed on top of her, his massive members sliding free, and corking her with a glort so copious concoction of their lovemaking poured furiously down her legs, soaking both their feet in its torrent. They sighed together in postcoital bliss. Satisfaction with every erection, her lover claimed, shaking his tallywhacker dry by flame. Launching more mayonnaise in a shower top.
How many words for penis have there been in this one page?
We'll have to count. Satisfied, he stuffed himself back into his pants, tossing a polishing cloth to Peggy, who dutifully dried the dripping distillation from her nether region, even as she evaluated how well the table had endured during their testing. "It is well built," she admired, not even a loose screw. "Do you always build this hard?" Peggy asked, handing back the basted rag, her parts below now shining with a coat of varathane. "Not really," the tradesman touted. "This only pays for my real passion." At that word, Peggy paused while pulling up her pleated skirt before she inquired, while popping a package of peppermint gum into her pie hole. "And what's that?" Drawing out the first letter in a hiss, her carpenter commented with a "Science! I am an inventor," before striking a pose worthy of a superhero and removing his hard hat. The carpenter revealed his luscious locks for the first time, exposing the tip of his bigger head to Penny's pottering perception. Cinnamon curls cascaded down his back, full and vibrant. "Oh my, it's so big," she exclaimed in honest awe. "Yes, I'm very proud of it." "But it's huge and so beautiful. Can I touch it?" "Sure, little lady. Just be careful. It's very sensitive, you know." Gotta stop that, Chuck. No sooner did her digit fondle his fro Then the sweat of their exertions met the air of the day, and his head frazzled into a fuzzy fright. "Let me show you my latest invention," the inventor expressed, taking Peggy by the hand and leading her around the front where a white windowless work van sat. This makes me think of Olga every time. The only decoration, spray-painted lettering that had oozed before drying, which read "Free Candy" in rough and sloppy Comic Sans. "Don't mind the vehicle. I got her for a real steal at a police auction," he proudly proclaimed as he walked to the rear. Throwing open the door, he bowed so low his hair hit the ground, sopping up a puddle, candy wrapper, a quarter, and what looked like a chocolate bar. So that's the end.